all loaded up and getting ready to head out here. Give me a minute or two and we'll probably start rolling here shortly. Hello, Brent Fletcher, hello. I'm gonna step outside and walk around. So anyway, we got the car and everything loaded after the open, and the crew left. But I had the telemetry guys. We've got the telemetry subcontractors that we deal with. Data acquisition, whatever you want to call them. And anyway, they run the whole race, so I had to wait for all that to end. And I don't know where we finished in the open. I guess it may have been as high as 10th, but I'm not sure. I do know we had a couple of badass pit stops, so. And let's see, Lagat was slingshotting a lot there the last 10 laps. He made up a lot of ground before he hit the wall there. You know, for what it matters, I just helped Damon finish loading his truck. He just turned left at the intersection. He's got about 300 more yards to get to his shop. And he's done for the evening. Alright, come on.
I wanna be ready.
angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Trevor, this is what's called race traffic. construction in Yaya on 85. This is 485, which is a loop around Charlotte. And this is 85 we're crossing over right now. In several miles we'll get on 77 north. Take that up to exit 36. this is exit 2036. We got 13 more miles to go. When we get to the shop, I'll hang out for a little while. Tomorrow, actually gonna wake up after a day that wasn't 24 hours long. Might have a little energy. coming up on exit 35. Go ahead. Getting the airframe cleaned up and set up for approach here.
The sky was black as midnight, and I did not love the day that I know the same in a rain. On the first day they walked away, they thought our love was gone. Would life be like that day?
Alright, so because the race is at Charlotte, we get off in the woods here, there's probably going to be a lot more traffic than usual. You know, because everybody that's at the racetrack lives here. Although I don't think it'd be nothing surprising or exciting. I mean, just might see a few more cars. Although it is Saturday night as well. Here we go. Saturday night, Saturday night, I wanna go. Whoa, come on, where you at? I haven't heard that song in forever. My God, the Bay City Rollers. They had mops for heads and tablecloths for pants. Saturday night. There may be some activity at the drag strip as we pull in. And we don't act, I mean, we get within about 80 yards of the entrance to the drag strip when we turn left up here. There might be some activity there still, because it's not quite Sunday yet. Although it looks like it's been raining here. Hello. Yeah, the lights ain't on at the drag strip, so looks like there ain't nothing going on there. So Dennis left after the open, so I'm sure his truck will be here at their shop. And they didn't turn the light on for me out there, damn it. Well, I gotta drive by the tail lights. Where's my line? Where's my line? There, I see my line. Up and all that kind of yah-yah. Right about there, we're going to cut it. Yep. Okay. Now, y'all ready? quiet. Oh, it's so quiet. But yes. Oh. And I need a little something. Tell you what, all I got up here is energy drinks. I don't need a damn energy drink. I got a Yoo-Hoo or something out there in the cooler. Let me go get something a little bit. No, I need something wet. I'll be right back. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it probably ain't much better for me, but it ain't an energy drink. That's for sure. What do y'all think it is? Oh, Deb 2's drinking a New Belgium Tangerine IPA. Deb, you're looking for Loca Mocha. Loca Mocha. For the coffee-based, and actually, Loca Mocha is chocolate coffee. But anyway, anyone want to take a quick guess? All right, here. Got me a Yoo-Hoo. Yoo-Hoo. There's Holly. Yoo-Hoo. Yeah, Yoo-Hoo. Here, hold on. I need to center the steering wheel. Makes a good cup holder when it's in the right position. Oh, Brandon, I haven't even had a chance to eat any of that yet, buddy. It's up here in the cab, but I haven't tried any yet. Now that I'm sipping this yoo-hoo, it probably messed the taste up. Robert Miller, yes, we're already back at the shop. Matt R228, hello. Paul Shardy's hello, and Matt, unfortunate Chase didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. After our race, the open race, I really didn't pay too much attention, and I'm going to be honest with you, I had no concept of who moved on from the open to the All-Star. But it is nice and quiet now, ain't it? All right, are there any points from previous conversation y'all need to bring up so kind of help me from having to dig all the way back in the drive there, or Gauge Man, yeah, there's a fair amount of equipment that got left at the track tonight. Some of the teams go so far as to leave all of their garage boxes and stuff. But in our case, there's a lot of equipment in that garage box. Yeah. Downtown Charlotte this week. Biltmore, not that I know of. Ain't nobody clued me on that. And Matt, hoping DiParetto, yeah, that would have been nice if we could have got in on the boat there. Robert. Robert, we got to be back there Thursday. No, actually, I think I got to leave Wednesday night probably. And then we'll open up Thursday morning. Brendan the Gent has hot passes for the 600, and Brendan, generally we take the observation deck down after the last practice. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people think it's a great vantage point, and you can't see but about 40% of the track. Gauge Man, the reason we didn't leave it at the speedway is because there's a lot of crap on here that needs to be changed. The car that we race tonight is not necessarily the car we will race next week. It's a completely different suspension package. It's a complete, the NASCAR's got a whole new set of rules for next week. Chris Paul, that's a negative on the backup car. We've got a backup car that remains in the hauler pretty much the whole season unless we need it. Deb 2, I'll have tomorrow off. Jake Johnson, let you keep some of the equipment in the garage tonight. Yeah, Jake, we have that option, but because we work out of our box, there's no sense in leaving it. All right, 10-4 on that, Brendan. Brendan the gent. Brendan sent me a couple of photographs. He made it down there to a NASCAR driving school thing there at the Speedway. Special K, hello. All right, Aaron, need everyone to pray for a good, I guess is a friend of mine, Debbie Osborne, Durbin. She lost her daughter, Karen Durbin, yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear from cystic fibrosis. She ended up really sick after a double lung transplant. Everybody, let's be praying for Debbie Osborne Durbin for the loss of her daughter. I'm sorry to hear. Well, I'm sorry to hear they had the transplant and it didn't work. I'm sorry to hear that. Special K, hello. And there's Mom. Hello, Mom. All right, everybody, we need to be praying for Sarah as well. Gage man, that's a negative. It's less than an hour away. Curtis won't be anywhere near the truck till the truck gets to the racetrack. Yeah, that lawn mowing would probably be in my future here. Although gonna have to spread the lawnmower out on the table first. It needs some attention, sharpening the blade. Yeah, Holly, yeah, that sitting in the hot tub, that's right. Smoking a cigar. I have not. I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't seen any turtles yet. But the grass is desperately in need of mowing, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. Oh, good Lord, Deb. You've been digging deep to find that. Gage man, yeah. From what I understand, he's got a swimming pool. He's got a hot tub. He's got a he's got a whole family. He's got all that yeah. He's got an old Corvette. He's got an old Cougar. From what I understand, I've never been to his house, but he has a vast collection of crap. Chris Paul, my weight toolbox. I'm not sure I understand that. Yep, Curtis Scott's a Corvette. From what I understand, it's an older one, probably mid 70s. Yeah, 14 miles. That's right. Yeah. And about half of them were at the damn racetrack tonight. Deb, actually, yeah, that tomorrow might be a good time to do my toolbox tour. I gotta get the damn shed cleaned out a little bit first, though. I was there last night. We we got rained out yesterday, and I ended up with a block of about 5 or 6 hours that I hadn't anticipated, and I went out there and I did a little bit of work on the pickup truck, repaired some lights and stuff like that, and played around with. I bought from uh, Goodwill just about a year ago. I finally got around to playing with that for a little while. Brandon, you found one of Ryan Ellis's old race cars? Is that what I'm hearing you? Is that what you're... Wait a minute. Helped track down one of Ryan Ellis's old race cars that Ryan was looking for. Alright, well, that's cool, Brandon. Way cool. Special K. Special K Curtis is about 3 years older than me. Gage man. Gage man, I've never seen the Corvette. From what I understand, it only moves once or twice a year. And every time it moves, it has to go to the damn shop because it don't move enough. Deb 2, they're auctioning off everything in NASCAR Cafe that's closed years ago. Alright, there's several of the NASCAR cafes, Deb. Which one is it? I know there used to be one in Vegas. I know there used to be one over in Myrtle Beach. Okay, Tennessee, 10-4 on that. Gage man, I think what we were talking about, Curtis's Corvette. Curtis's Corvette only moves once or twice a year, and when it does, it usually ends up at the repair shop because it doesn't move enough. Special K, I'm 56, so figure y'all pretty close to me. Yep, that's about right. Special K, I'm a year younger than you, and Curtis is about 2 years older. Alright, Deb says she's got one of my videos in the likes, 10-4. Gage man, that's getting complicated there, buddy. Besides that, those wraps are expensive. About the only time anything gets wrapped in a race car wrap is when it's an old wrap being pulled off of a car and somebody's playing a joke on somebody out in the parking lot. Holly, I appreciate that. Yes, that would be very cool. Yeah. Speaking of that, they need to get moving to the house here shortly. Get some sleep. Although I'm thinking I'm a little hungry, maybe. start closing windows here. Yeah, maybe something like that. Holly. 72 team not doing good this year. Chris Paul, I ain't been watching too hard. I do know they are behind us in points, though, so that's kind of an indication there. Deb, there's, let's see. Let me think about my options. Get past the house into Concord. There's Taco Bell. There's a Wendy's that's open till late. There's the McDonald's over there at the truck stop that's open. There's several options there. Gage man, that's all right. That's not going to do that, sir. Then y'all get to see the ugly grass in my yard. Yeah, there, Holly. Waffle House. That's an option as well. Although I have a feeling with all the damn race fans in town, it might not be a viable option right now. Excuse me. HMS Railfan, very good. That right there is the definition. My father's definition of success is doing the best you can with what you got. Debbie, fast food restaurant luxurious? Oh, poor. Oh, you've been kind of sheltered lately, haven't you? Okay, what am I missing here? Y'all started talking about somebody's house. A Waffle House. Yeah, yeah. Waffle House, Awful House. Yeah, yeah. Deb, Deb too. Yeah, okay. All right, so you're in one of those new Wendy's, one of those ultra slab marble and yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. We got one of those in Mooresville. And yeah, it is kind of high end. Yeah. William Gilbert, we're just getting to the shop here and hanging out for a couple of minutes. Yep. I can confirm what Debbie's talking about there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Holly, if I'm not mistaken, there's one here in Mooresville. They actually leveled the place. They were doing gangbusters and knocked it down. I couldn't believe it. But now what Debbie's talking about, yeah, I mean, when they come back, it was definitely what you would call, I mean, a high-end architecture interior. Gage man, that's not going to happen, buddy. That's not going to happen. Although I can tell you that I went around that track in a school car one time, and it was only 4 miles per hour slower than what they were racing tonight, from what I understand. I went around Charlotte Motor Speedway as a passenger at 162 miles an hour one time. And from what I understand, that race they were doing like 166. So Rob Gibson's talking about some ultra intelligent architecture there with the wheelchair ramp right there in the drive-thru. That's a good place for it. Gage man, no, I doubt Matt's gonna let that happen. William Gilbert, you're trying to get back in with NASCAR. William, did you work for NASCAR? Rob Gibson, yep. Matt, R228, yeah, we use Roush Yates motors, yes. And our engine man is rabid about people taking pictures of him, which I don't understand. Because there's 1,000 photo opportunities for the rest of the world during the week. Rob, Matt had some fun in practice today. He was talking about the insane acceleration of the car, and how he had trouble managing the traction. He was being absolutely facetious. Deb, I do not know anything about a tire rule change. That would be more Curtis, and nobody said anything to me about it. Special K did the petty driving experience in Charlotte in 2011. I did the Buck Baker driving school. Well, actually, just a passenger. It's a long story. It's probably been 10, 12 years ago now. Brent Fletcher, hello. We're back at the shop and just winding down here. Gage man, Matt's got several cars that I know of. And actually, he has access to... what's that car dealer that sponsors us every once in a while? I don't remember. Anyway, he usually shows up in a supercharged Corvette. Excuse me. Jake Johnson, oh yeah, the new rule, you do have to use the same tires that you qualified on. I haven't heard that one, Jake. I have not heard that one. Do not. Yeah, okay, I kind of figured that's what you meant. Deb, actually, I did not go we. I had a chance to talk to the driver before we started, and at that point I was working for AJ Foyt, and I had actually just gotten out of the truck from Phoenix and was sleep deprived as always. But anyway, the kid that was driving, I said, look, I work for AJ Foyt. I drive the hauler. I also build these cars. Show me what they can do. And it, uh, how can I put it? It was an eye-opening experience. And then I got to realizing that I was on the passenger side of the car. There was no window net, and I had no fire suit on. And so about the third lap, I waved the guy off. Yeah, and I there was a little bit of a wee at some point, but I had to wave him off because I wasn't scared, but I decided it wasn't prudent the way I was doing. Yeah, Cosmo Motors. There you go, Brandon. Yes, Cosmo. All right. All right, 10-4 on that, Mom. Don't have to start the race on your qualifying. Yeah, 10-4. 10-4 on the qualifying. Don't have to start the race on the qualifiers. All right, that's going to change some stuff up. I'm not sure I'm understanding that, Deb. Is that a frowning L or something? Special K. Was I 20? Let's see. Yeah, I believe I was, maybe. To get around the loophole of the advantage of starting on fresh tires if you fail to make a qualifying lap. Okay. Yeah, 10-4 on that, Deb. Also, I did an interview yesterday that's going to be involved with some kind of a NASCAR social media situation. God, they had me in a damn chair with a bunch of bright lights in my face and a camera. And primarily having to do with my status as a veteran. And so they'll probably, once they get done editing it and everything, I'll probably be in there with about 8 or 10 other guys, and they'll probably throw it up for next week. Gageman says, I've never heard of a restrictor plate rear view mirror, Gage. You'll have to clue me in on that. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, Deb, as far as the story goes, yeah, it was, it was eye opening when you're going that fast and you go into the corner and the windshield just fills up with asphalt. Okay, when you're on the straight, you can see ahead. As long as the straightaway is. But when you get into the corner at that speed, the windshield just fills up with asphalt. And you can't see but like 75 to 100 feet ahead of you. And it's insane. And then, like I said, the wall was going by me, and I had no window net, and I'm just like, wow, this isn't cool. All right, 10-4 on that, Brandon. Ryan Ellis dragged me to that, and I asked him to clue me in when it was posted so that I could send Mom a link. So I'll send it to you as well if we get it. Ethan Fowler, you as well. Good night. Oh, you're good, Ethan. It's all good. Wow, Deb got to drive the pace car? Like during the race or what? That sounds cool. Film 510. All right, 10-4 on that 510. What kind of car you got just before you go? Yeah, okay, Deb understands. 10-4. Ooh, Ferrari F355. That's one of those red Italian things, right? Very cool. F355. I have no idea the models. How old is that thing? Deb 2. I went to learn about tires. Firestone did a pre-race event. Oh, very good. Very cool. Private employee event. I got you. Way cool. One thing I dig about Ferraris are their V12s. I like it. V12s are an amazing engine. Yeah, Gage man, just whatever. Okay. Just in name and have fun with it, all right? Yeah, first real manual Ferrari. Oh, okay. So they don't make manual Ferraris anymore, 510? Or which? All right. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, so it was the last one with a stick coming out of the floor. No, Deb, you got a valid point there with the computer. All right, very good, 510. Yeah, I enjoy rowing a damn standard transmission. I've had some that that damn Geo of mine. It's just a tight little pattern, you know. And then I've had some things that it felt like you were just stirring a coffee can full of nuts with a screwdriver. Yeah, 10-4 on that 510. Ferraris do sound cool. That's when I was in high school, a friend of mine, his father had a Ferrari, and it was an awesome machine. I do not remember the model. I do know that he had all the technical literature for it, but the problem was it was all in Italian. He would have to get somebody to translate it before he could take the damn car to the freaking to the mechanic in town. Gage man, how has the culture at the race shop changed? Gage man, that's almost a deep question. but I'm going to have to say you're going to need to have 2 points of time to reference that. And so I'm assuming right now is 1 point. Where's the other point? All right. Deb had a long talk with Cadillac designers about the chips. All right, are you talking about computers there, Deb? And if you're the one that told them to put more in there, me and you have to have a long talk. Okay, Matt R228, the garage box, okay, the one that actually stores the tools is just like a standard Mac toolbox. But then, you've got this thing built around it, this cabinet, and the company right down the road here, it's not 300 yards to my right, called Nitro Industries, builds a lot of them. My mom says there is no culture at the race shop. And instantaneously, I'm thinking about a guy under the car that says, "Hey, Ron, pull my finger." Okay, Deb, it seems to me me and you had a little discussion about this Cadillac that drives itself at one point. How has the culture at the race shop changed from when you started to now? Okay, all right, Gage, man, you've just opened a can of worms. And it is a lucid and good question. Okay? You have just opened a can of worms, because I am simply going to tell you about my own personal experience. When I finally had somebody offer me a paying job in the racing industry, I started working at an ARCA race shop. And I was at that moment, the only paid employee on the payroll. And at that point, I was not a hauler driver. I was a mechanic. And my mother can vouch for this. I essentially lived at that shop. Okay? I think I, in fact, worked 365 consecutive days. Except for an occasional trip home. I did not take a day off that I can recall the first year that I raced. And at that point, I was fabricating. I was repairing bodies. I was painting cars. And then eventually they found out I had a CDL in my pocket. And then I was fabricating, repairing bodies, painting cars, and driving the truck. Not to mention doing all the crap at the racetrack, too. And that was... well, my first 4 years today would probably be considered 4 years of hell. And now my primary title is truck driver, and it's still hell. Except that I get an occasional day off. Uh, all right, so Films 510 has a 78 pace car. I assume that's an Indy pace car. Way cool. I hope I answered your question there, Gage Man. Holly, thank you. Gage Man, absolutely not. Not. When I leave the racetrack, imagine somebody that's running and screaming from a fire. Okay, that's me. And there, Films 510. We're talking about a Corvette about the same vintage as Curtis's. And it's awesome when it works. William Gilbert, you're looking for a company to work for. Okay, Deb, William, Deb, the Corvettes can tend to be high maintenance. William, what kind of work are you looking for? In the racing deal or what? I might get help. I've helped a couple of folks find work. All right, William Gilbert, are you familiar with Michael Tumbleston, who shows up every once in a while around here? Brandon, if you're still here, what is Michael Tumbleston's YouTube? I think it's Poor Pictures Tumbleston or something. Michael Tumbleston was able to get a job with Champion Tire and Wheel. He's at the racetrack every week. There's my brother. Hello. Matt R228. If you're in the market for a toolbox like we have, there are racing auctions that occur in the area pretty regular. And they're actually pretty common at those, and they're usually for pennies on the dollar. Films 510, or the best is Films 510. Can I tell you something about old cars and malfunctions? Okay, that's part of the deal. That is part of the, how can I put it? The simple fact that you were able to get there is worthy of respect. Okay, and an antique car is going to malfunction. Okay, damn it, I showed up in this beautiful Corvette. You know, you can't. Old cars are going to do that to you, and you just need to learn how to deal with it. And please don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to make that sound the way it did, but it did. If you're gonna be playing with old cars, you need to learn how to use some jumper cables. All right, Brandon Gray, poor pictures, Tumbleston. All right. All right, mom's playing bounce with the dog. Yeah, William Gilbert. Hey, I didn't catch that. I'm heading to California right now. All right, what was I talking about for William Gilbert? Which one was William Gilbert? All right, William Gilbert. Yeah, you need to check out Poor Pictures Tumbleston. All right, Poor Pictures Tumbleston. He's a truck driver that I recommended he do. I gave him a route in, and he followed it, and it worked. And my brother's signal sucks. All right. Yep, 10-4 on that 510. All part of the fun. Matt R228, 10-4 on that. They don't wear out, they rot. I actually had a conversation tonight with a gentleman about air bearings. And actually, I don't know how I got onto that, except that I know that they are used in certain aircraft. My brother, yeah, Robert, William Gilbert, yeah. Poor Pictures Tumbleston. Scroll back. Brandon Gray posted the name. Poor Pictures Tumbleston. Marcus Romer, hello. All right. And William Gilbert, yeah, that's Michael Tumbleston. And he approached me, it's probably been a couple of years ago, and I recommended a route for him, and he's at the racetrack every week now, driving a truck. Although he's not driving a race truck, he's driving a support truck. William, you can always go to NASCAR.com. There's actually a button that says career opportunities. All right, Miss Holly, you have a good evening. Sweet dreams. Yes, ma'am, you too. Yeah, we're getting ready to turn this off here in a minute, so I'm gonna go find us a burger or something and hit the bed. Yeah, 510. Yeah, they do have some pretty Peterbilts, don't they? Gage Man, no, I don't, and I don't want to. That questions like that. Gage Man, have you ever heard of the term stalker? All right, Jim Bennett. All right, Jim, you have a good evening as well. Good night. Robert, have you tried the garlic and white cheddar burger yet? They're pretty good. All right, William Gilbert, yes, good night. All right, guys. Let's Yep, that's for sure. Mom's confirming that. Gage Man, you need to limit your contact to individuals' public relations situations there. Okay, if you go to the Go Fast Racing website, if you can contact Ryan Ellis, and he'll forward any messages you have. Special K, good night to y'all too. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna shut down here. Everybody, thanks for riding along. Thanks for chiming in. My new home Wednesday at wait a minute. Guy came in with knife, stole phones off the display. What? Wow. He stole the display phones. That's not all right. All right, Tim Brandon, good luck with the softball. I'm sure you're probably very skilled at it. Very good. All right. And my brother resembles some remark. Okay. Yeah, Tim 4. Okay, the employees ran after him, taking video, and police came. Tim 4. They didn't get none of your stuff, right? And you just hung out to be a witness, I'm sure. All right. All right, everybody. Mom's remark. Okay. About it's not about not fun to be stalked. All right, Robert. I'm sorry. Then Brandon's talking about my sister's game. Oh, okay. All right. Well, 10-4 on that. So your sister's the softball. 10-4. 10-4. All right. Well, let's all wish Brandon's sister good luck with the softball. And I'm gonna call it an evening here. Everybody have a blessed day tomorrow, and be good to each other as best you can. All right, Matt R224, thank you as well. Thank you to everybody. All right, y'all have a good evening and a great tomorrow. Talk to you later.